The way the world is going, online earning is definitely something everyone should be looking to do, especially since it's more convenient and much easier than getting a normal job. I mean, I hear people complain about their normal job all the time, but all of my business friends that have got online businesses, full-time online businesses, they don't complain once. And that's because they have a life that they want to lead. They've built their online businesses and they can determine what their day looks like. When you've got a 9-to-5 job, you have to get up at a particular time that someone else dictates. You have to be in a particular location that someone else dictates. You have to stay there for 8-9 hours a day, which someone else dictates. I could go on. When you've got an online business, you don't have any of that. It's convenient because you can do it from your own home. It's more flexible for you because you can decide how many hours you put in, and you can actually earn as much as you want because whatever work you put in is the amount that you can earn. Whereas if you've got a job, your boss decides how much you get paid from the amount of work that you put in. And if you don't know who I am, my name's Michael J. I build 6-figure businesses, I build 7-figure businesses, and it is my passion and calling in life to be able to teach as many people to do the same so they can leave that shitty job behind and that nasty boss that they can't stand. And in this video, I'm going to teach you the best online business for beginners to get going in 2023. Now, a lot of these online businesses that are out there do take a little bit of money, to be honest, to get up and running. And so in this video, I wanted to cover how beginners could get something up and running with not very much money. I also wanted to give you an idea where you didn't really have to have any skills or experience in a particular area, up front at least anyway. But something to keep in mind with this one is that it's not going to be an overnight thing. This is going to take months and months, if not a year or two, to build up before you're going to start getting real paid clients. But businesses like this are good for the long term, for more consistent and larger paychecks, in all honesty. These flash in the pan, overnight millionaires, it never really works, to be honest. I've been there, I've done it. So these more solid long-term businesses where you have to put quite a bit of time in before, always the winner. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk through 3 overarching principles that I want you to keep in mind throughout this video, and then I'm going to go through 5 steps on how to create this online business that's going to be a killer in 2023. The first principle is to document your journey and start putting out content to the public. And what I mean by that is by documenting your journey of moving into this particular business. Okay, so no matter whatever business is that we're going to talk about today, I want you to think of it as a journey that you're going to document and start putting the content out in a public domain. Because by doing that, you're going to start building an audience, and that audience needs to get to know you, they need to become to trust you, and you just need to grow the audience just in general, really. So by doing content on a regular basis, documenting your journey, you're not only going to build an audience, you're going to build an audience that resonates with you, that's going to trust you, and that's going to feel like they've been there with you from the beginning. And things to include in that are your whole process of learning. Any learning points that you did, kind of summarize it, review it, and then just put it out there. And you can do it on a daily basis, you can do it on a weekly basis, whatever you want. Obviously, the more frequently you do it, the bigger your audience you're going to build. On top of that, just put out there any thought process you've been through or any experiences and how you're feeling. You know, a lot of people feel quite vulnerable doing that and they feel quite silly, but the best people out there do this. Just look at Gary Vee, for example. He puts everything out there, whether it's a negative thought that he's got, whether it's a weak thought, if there is a weak thought out there. He puts both negative and positive things out there, including his learning points or what he did wrong. So you're going to build a very resonating audience if you start doing that on a regular basis. And just building on from that, point 2 is that you're going to put content out there free of charge with a lot of value, and you're not going to expect anything in return. Again, something that I got from Gary Vee was that people are not willing to do something for nothing these days. Everyone wants. They want to take. And whatever they do, they're going to expect something in return. But what you're going to do is you're going to put value out there for free because you want to help people, not because you want something in return. In doing that, what you're going to do is you're going to build a trustworthy audience. People are going to want to watch you because they feel like you want to help them. And you're not going to come across as salesy or sleazy, which again will build up that trust and that momentum with your audience. And eventually they will want to buy from you more than if you put anything out there salesy, to be honest. I think putting value out there is only going to want to make people help you and give you more value in return. And the third point is to target an audience that you resonate with. So anything that you've got a passion for, obviously you're going to do much better, you're going to try harder, and it's going to be much more enjoyable in the long term for you to do. So anything that you've got a passion for, get going with it. I know a lot of gurus out there say just go for the most shiny thing and go for the trendiest thing right now. You're going to get loads of people wanting to follow you. It's going to be a shiny object, so you're going to get loads of people following you more quicker. Maybe that's true. But what you're going to get is that you're going to find something or find yourself in something that you're not going to enjoy, that's going to be a flash in the pan, not only with your followers, but with your motivation to deliver it. So take me, for example. I'm going to be targeting wannabe entrepreneurs, whether that's young or old, but I want to target people that really want to start a business and they've got a lot of ambition to do that. They might not have a lot of money, because I think I'm going to be targeting more beginners that don't have a lot of money. And that really resonates with me because that's where I started. I didn't have a lot of money. I was in a 9-to-5 job. I was in a really corporate job that I wanted to get out of, and I had a lot of ambition. And I just really wanted to do something different. So people that want to do something different, that have just got something in their mind that they really want to achieve something and don't want to fall into that normie, vanilla, 9-to-5 kind of rat race type of life. So I'm not going to be targeting newly mothers, for example, because I just don't resonate with those kind of people. And they're not someone that I'm going to be able to relate to, and so I'm not going to be creating kind of products that are going to relate to those kind of, people. So yeah, make sure that you're going to move forward with something that resonates and that links directly to your target market and something that you've got a passion for. And you literally cannot go wrong. You're going to be in it for the long term, it's going to be enjoyable, and you're going to be putting out content that's going to be super valuable and really specific and targeted, because those are the kind of people that you want to be around, and those are the kind of pieces of content that you want to put out there. So let's jump into the 5 steps that I would take if I was a beginner again to build an online business in 2023. So the first thing I would do is learn a monetizable skill related to my target audience and my passion. Let's say, for example, you really like YouTubers, you like watching them, vloggers, whatever it is, and you've just got a passion for it, and that's the area that you want to move into. So a really cool monetizable skill for that could be video editing, for example. You could then learn that skill, you could do your own work, create your own videos, do some editing, and then you've got some experience in that area that then you can start sharing. And then you've not only got some experience and some skill that's starting to build up there, you've got some work that then you can demonstrate to people who you might want to start working with. So once you've got that there, you would then need to contact some YouTubers and start building up a little bit of a network and just say to them, I've seen your videos, I really like your videos, and I do some video editing and I think I could improve it because of XYZ. And then you're then building a business around that niche and you're growing your network, and at the same time you're building that skill even more. Another monetizable skill around YouTubers, creators and whatnot could be to create thumbnails. Again, something that you can watch a lot of YouTube videos on, you can get really skilled up on it. You're gonna have to buy something like Photoshop, for example, and you're gonna learn how to create thumbnails. Another monetizable skill around that particular area of creators, YouTubers, vloggers, is to turn their content into written content. and then that can then be shared across multiple social media platforms like Twitter, etc. And again, this is just one of those things that unless you know that these things are needed by these people, it's very difficult to kind of, create anything in it and create yourself an opportunity to create a business. But there are these opportunities out there, so you need to delve into these areas. And what you might find is there's not a lot of competition in those kind of areas, so you can start building yourself a really cool little business within that niche while offering as much value as possible. So again, you're becoming known in that area and you're building up your network at the same time. The next thing I would do once I've confirmed my niche, I've started building up a network around that niche, and I've started creating a monetizable skill. What I would do next is then offer my services for free to that network. Because just think about it. If you've only just started, and this is where a lot of people go wrong in all honesty, they just want pain immediately because they don't want to give anything for free. But you've got to think about this. Someone who is a blogger, YouTuber, and they've got a team already, or they do their own editing, why are they going to need to pay you? You need to offer your services to demonstrate how good you are and how you can improve what they've already got. And then that will then build you up a portfolio to eventually start charging for your services. But for right now, you're not going to have a lot of skill, you're not going to have a lot of skin in the game, and so you're going to have to offer your services for free, unfortunately. But it is going to do something for you as well. It's going to build you a portfolio, like I've already said. It'll start getting you more networks. And who knows, those people might start talking to their friends in that industry, other YouTubers or bloggers, for example, and then they might ask you to do the work. You might have to do a little bit more work for free, but at least you're building your name within that niche. And something to keep in mind here, and I've been there and I've done it, you're going to DM these people, whether that's through Twitter, YouTube, it doesn't really matter. You're going to DM people, and a lot of people are not going to respond to you. And you know what? It's going to feel shit. You're going to feel demotivated. You're not going to want to carry on anymore. You're going to feel like, I'm offering my services for free and no one still wants it. But these people are busy, especially if they've got tens of thousands of followers or millions of followers. They probably get DMs all day, every day. So it's something that you're going to have to really hustle at and constantly do, and just drill every single day for months. And eventually people will start responding to you. But just because you've put a lot of time and effort into this, no one really cares, because they don't really know you and they don't owe you anything, to be honest. So now we're at the point where we've done lots of unpaid gigs. We're going to have a lot of work to be able to demonstrate to our potential paid clients or paying clients. So what I would personally do now is I would start building my own website up, and there are plenty of sites out there where you can do that, or you can pay someone to do it, but there are options out there where you can do it quite quickly and cheaply. And then on that website, I will be then demonstrating and showcasing all of the work that I've done for free. So if you've done video editing, you can put that there, thumbnails, anything that you have decided within your niche that you've done, you need to demonstrate on there. You can name the client if the client is okay for you to do that. They can even give you a testimonial because you've done it for them for free, and I'm pretty sure they will do that for you. So you've got that website, you've got all your documented stuff, and now we need to move into the next stage, which is starting to monetize and getting paid gigs. And the first step that I would take in this is to actually use the people that you've given the free gigs to. So I would approach them with a pricing structure. Obviously, at this point, you're going to need to know how to price your services. Again, you can read books or look on YouTube videos to kind of confirm how you can price your products based on your particular niche and the products and services that you're offering. But the first step that I would take is go to the people that I've already offered free gigs to and demonstrate or showcase your paid products and services, and just say, these are my products, these are my prices, what do you think? And a lot of them are probably going to think, actually, it's okay. Or if they don't agree, they're probably going to give you some honest feedback, which you can make changes, or you don't need to make changes. It's up to you. And from there, you can just say, can we work together? Are you willing to pay me to do this on an ongoing basis? And you're probably going to get some yeses. You're probably going to get some no's, but then that's okay. And then the next step I would take would be to go to new vloggers, YouTubers, content creators, and then I would offer a one-time free service, and then following that you'd say, this is my paid gig, these are my products and services and the pricing points. Give them a free option, so you do something free, you deliver a really good outcome for them, whether that's a product or a service, and then after that they're not really going to say no, right? If you've delivered something to them that's really catchy, high quality, the content's good, it's eye-catching, the chances are of them saying yes to a paid gig is very, very high. Again, don't get too disheartened if a lot of people are starting to say no. If you're getting a lot more no's than yeses, then just approach them again and just say, can you just give me some honest feedback? My price is too high, or my service is not good enough, or to a certain standard that you were expecting. And take that feedback on board. It's going to be constructive criticism. Don't take it personally, don't get hurt. Just get better, don't get bitter, as they say. And then just begin improving things, changing your pricing structure around a little bit, and then going back out to the market again and asking for more paid work. So now you're at the point where you're starting to earn some money from the services that you're offering. What you now need to do is to learn how to productize the services that you offer. Now, I know a lot of people that get stuck into this pay me from my time type of thing. So they have to do a certain amount of hours and they get paid a certain amount of money for the hours that they do. Now, you can start earning money a lot more efficiently, and your wage can go up quite drastically by doing less, by productizing your services. Now, an example of that, if you are a video editor, which we've been talking about all the way through this video, you could, instead of saying, I'm offering you this particular video and you can pay me $500 for it, you might say, okay, so now I offer a monthly service. It's a subscription service. I charge $500 per month, and within that you get X, Y, and Z. It might be one video per week, 4 thumbnails per month, one conversion into written content for social media, for example. And then you might offer another level or tier to that service, which might be $1,000 per month, which gets them an extra few videos per month, and on top of that you will manage their social media for them and you will do all the posting of the videos and the content and things like that. So it can be a real game changer when you shift it from getting paid per one thing that you do or per hour, and you start productizing it and getting paid larger amounts of money over longer periods of time. Something that I'm doing on my own personal journey is starting to learn how to create online courses, so I can package up all of the knowledge that I've got in my mind onto a course that I can put out there for the world to buy forever. So then people don't need to pay me per hour and I don't need to coach people and get paid for my time. I can package it up, put it on there, do some nice fancy marketing and advertising, and make some money while I'm sleeping. So now we're starting to get paid from our services, and we have now productized our product, so we're starting to get paid in that way as well. What is the next logical step? So in any business, in an entrepreneurship journey, at some point you're going to need to expand, because everything that we've talked about in this video is more solo entrepreneurship. It's still a business, but it's you, it's a one-man band, and it's not a real business as such. So to take it to the next level, what you need to do is expand and start hiring a team. So what this is going to allow you to do is start using your own time, leveraging your own time to start doing the more higher value things and getting your team to do more, not of the dirty work, but of the work that can be done that doesn't really need you there. So in terms of time scales, and if it was me, I think within around 2 to 3 years, I'd be at a particular level where I know that my skill is there, that I'd have enough business, where I'd have enough money in the bank, where I then can start leveraging my own time to do the more valuable things in the business and then start hiring people. So if you've never done that before, you're going to need to get upskilled in that particular area. Read books, YouTube videos, etc. There's lots of things out there, and you're going to need to get familiar with being a boss or a leader or, a manager, whatever you want to call it. and you can hire people part-time, you can hire them full-time. There can be freelancers or contractors where you pay them on a daily rate or on a per work basis. It really doesn't matter, and it's going to be different for everyone depending on which niche you're in and what products and services that you offer. And then what your role's more going to be is a strategic, driving the business forward kind of role and doing the most valuable things in that business. If it's something to do with video editing, you might be the person that gets the work, you might be the person that gives the offers, you might be the person that creates the offers, and you might be the person that even presents those offers. You're probably going to be doing more of the high level client work, taking the money, pricing things up, estimation, and driving the business forward when it comes to kind of marketing and strategic kind of things. Saying that though, if you really like being a videographer, you can still get involved in the detail. Whatever work is provided by your members of staff before it goes to the clients, you might want to have a final check of everything that's being done to make sure that you've got some input into the final pieces of work. So that is the end of the 5 steps that I would take to get my online business up and running in 2023. But just something for you to keep in mind throughout this whole process, I would be documenting my journey, and I will be posting it and creating content on social media on a weekly or a daily basis. Because going forward in this digital era, I think that everything is going to move online, whether that's going to be for CVs, to get jobs, show clients who you are, what you do, whether you need more funding going forward for other businesses, whether you're going to become a managing director of another company. You need to demonstrate who you are, what you do. So again, you're just building that online personal profile and your online personal brand. So it's 100% something that I'm personally doing, that I'm recommending all my business coaching clients to do. And it's just going to become more and more important as the years go on. So just to summarize the 3 overarching principles and the 5 steps to create your online business in 2023. Firstly, create content in public. The next step is to offer as much value in your content as possible and expect nothing in return. And number 3 is to pick a niche and a target market that you resonate with and you have a passion for. And to summarize the 5 steps to get your business up and running: learn a monetizable skill, offer your services for free, offer your services as a paid gig, learn to productize your services, and finally expand and start hiring your team to start leveraging your own time to do bigger and better things. So that is it for me from this video. I really hope you've taken a lot of value from it. As always, I'm always looking to deliver value free of charge with nothing in return, and I really hope that you got that from this video. And if you did, I'd really appreciate if you hit that like button. I'd really appreciate if you hit that subscribe button, and until next time,